Here we go, guys. We have a little snafu on the first go round. It's starting rich. I haven't been on the mic for, I don't know, about 2 months. Been a little bit busy dealing with some pain issues and with life in general, including 10 grandkids and all that neat stuff that goes with it. Behind me is the Wall of Honor, my family. You see the big shadow box for the Air Force and the Army stripes. That's my mother's dad. There's a red little flag. It's covered because it's actually a captured Nazi flag from my grandfather. The gun below is captured from a German general. It's an Austrian cavalry pistol, 1895 Austrian cavalry pistol. Obviously, grew up playing with it as a kid, never shooting it, but playing with it. And my grandfather always told me, when I die, it's mine. When he died, it's mine. A little bit of change here, left to right. Dad Will Demers, man who raised me, his dad Will Senior. A little bit further over here, that's Rich Armour. That's my natural father, and his father, my great grandfather George Armour. Of course, that's my mom's dad, Sergeant Joseph W. Barioni, with the gun, and that's me with all the I was there medals, ARCOM and NDM, or National Defense Service Medal, whatever you want to call it. Southwest Asia, good kind of. I can't believe I got one of those. A couple Army Achievement Medals, one for saving somebody's life, so I did achieve something. The other one was for being on a pistol team when we won a trophy, which is cool because I was in that oxymoron military intelligence, and us MI guys beat out infantry, we beat out NPs, and we took a 45 to a new level. Little bit over further there, that's my son, one of three that was able to join. The youngest one had no interest. The oldest one broke his wrist and got a pin, so he couldn't. But that's my son Scott, who was in the Air Force for, I don't know, 5 years or whatever the case may be. He was National Guard, but ended up serving in the reserve or serving active duty. And it's Friday night, so I'm having my bourbon and diet. Can't go and not have a Friday night with that. I want to show off a birthday present I got from my son Kyle. He was very patriotic, wanted to join. Again, broken wrist, pin, couldn't do it. But he got me this cool metal flag. I guess it took about 6 months pre-order, and it's got my little green stripe in it for Army. It's badass. I display it with pride. I love it. Great gift. Thank you, Kyle, who's also a producer. All right. So we're going to go and hit share screen here real quick. And I hope we got the right one. Okay, there we go. So I hope I'm turning the right screen. There we go. All right. So here's the deal, guys. I've already signed in. This is called My Health eVet. Okay. And if you look at the top here, it's myhealth.va.gov. And if you are a veteran and you've served, you're entitled to certain VA benefits, including, should you have been disabled, getting help for physical disabilities, whether in combat or not in combat. Mine was actually a training accident. I hurt my back, and 40 years later, I got 12 screws, and the rest is history. So as a disabled vet, or any vet for that matter, you can get benefits by going and seeing VA doctors. Now, once you are established and you get a nice little ID card, I won't even bother showing you, especially if it's service connected, you're entitled to medical. Now, every 6 months, I go and do a checkup. I basically just sit down with the doctor and tell her what everything's wrong with me. And, she documents it. Of course, with the nurse, I do my blood pressure and my heart rate and all the neat stuff that you do when you get a checkup. But cool part about it, in this thing that we got in front of you, you have the ability to compose a message to your doctor, which is basically to the doctor's nurse. You can ask medication, appointment, COVID. Pardon the expression, fuck COVID. All right. It was just a way to go and control the masses. And I'm sorry, don't want to get it political. But if you still wear a mask today, don't bother watching this podcast because you're an asshole. And I don't want you to even take any advice I can give you because you're a zombie. Your brain freaking dead. Okay. But for those normal people out there, you can look at, you can even talk about health education information. You can get some lab tests. It's really cool. Now, the one I use the most is pharmacy. Refill a prescription. You can track your prescription. You can see what medications, and you can get supplements. I get vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin B complex, and zinc. Okay. I found out early in the pandemic that zinc was a COVID killer. And I am telling you, 6 kids, 10 grandkids, a wife. And I will tell you that my grandson was a month old and got COVID. Then the parents realized they had it. Did you ever get, you got COVID? I got my other son here. He got COVID. He came over for dinner and says, man, Dad, I'm exhausted. I just got up from a 3-hour nap. I'm coming over to eat. And I go, dude, do you feel a little bit warm? And he goes, yeah. I threw a COVID test kit across the living room, stayed in the kitchen because I didn't want to be near him. He tested and he gave me my house positive. I let him eat dinner and then kicked him the fuck out. Okay. All right. So everybody in my family got COVID. Everybody in my family was smart enough not to get a vaccine. I got one because I work in an industry where I needed to have one, and was under threat of unemployment because of good old Joe Biden trying to make it a rule. Got my shots. Got the letter saying you could lose your job if you don't have your shots and can't send us proof by this date. 7 days after that date expired, the Supreme Court came in and said, no, you can't require it. Don't get a COVID shot. Don't get a booster. It's a bunch of bullshit. Pfizer's lying. Out of 38 pages, the last 7 pages, A to Z, are every side effect that they had in the 30,000 people test group. And it is extensive. 7 pages of side effects. Single space, single line, and A to Z, and that's freaking batshit crazy. All right. So getting back to what I'm showing you on the screen, you can, and I gotta move my little thing, contact us about secure messaging, track your health, research health. Dude, this is a wealth and a word I love to use, plethora of information that you can get for your medical. So what I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, if you watch this podcast, and maybe 7 of you do, this is a way for you to start your VA healthcare benefits, get to see medical doctors, especially for those of us who don't have insurance. And I'm not being one of them. I have great insurance, but I still use the VA. I do my annual exams with them. I get my medication from them. A couple meds I get on my own because they're just harder to get through the VA system, and that's only because they're 30-day prescriptions, and it's just hard to manage. So I just get those on my own. So all I'm trying to tell you guys is you have this really cool ability to manage your healthcare with the VA. All I can say is I like it. I love it. I live it. I'm now officially a DAV, Disabled American Veterans Service Officer. One of my jobs in my spare time, which is limited right now because I'm not quite retired, is, even though I'm retired, I got pretty good job and not just quite ready to retire, even though I'm old as shit now. I'm just telling you, take advantage of this stuff. It's yours for the asking. You deserve it. You know, there's a bunch of you out there I know that probably don't have health care. And mind you, it only covers the veteran, doesn't cover your family. But at least you can go and see a doctor. If you're homeless and somehow this message gets to you, go see a doctor, because here's the deal, they can help you. Come see us. Come see those service officers that volunteer their time. Our job is to help you navigate the VA system, whether it's getting you approved for disability ratings or whether it is helping you get to see these doctors. These doctors are not like super overpaid doctors. They do this because they want to. And, you know, a lot of them think, oh, well, they suck as a doctor and that's why they work for the VA. No, you know, I've seen these guys, they love it. They live it. I know nurses in my field. I meet a lot of them who say they'd love to work for the VA. So they do it as a passion. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, you have a great benefit to take care of. I'm here to share that with you. I'll be back, hopefully, at least every couple of weeks to do a new one with a new topic. Now that I'm a service officer, I'm going to get in depth on some of the stuff that we can do for you. And it's not just here in my little podunk place, Bakersfield, California. We have DAV offices throughout the nation, and they have service reps like myself that are trained to do what we can do to help you get your benefits. So, as Uncle Sam would say, I want you to get the benefits that you're entitled to and you deserve. So, peace out. Sergeant Rich, signing out. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.